guys, how are we doing, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So it's been a crazy 2 weeks. So I don't know if you saw the last video, but I recently competed in my very first men's physique show. And then 4 days after that I went on holiday with my partner Carly, which was the most incredible 8 days. So chilled, we literally did nothing, but that's exactly what we kind of needed, and especially for myself, just to relax and kind of forget anything sort of gym or business related at all. So exactly what we wanted, and yeah, most amazing time. So my very first men's physique show, didn't place in the top 5, which is what I was after, but then whilst I was on holiday, I actually found out, I might as well read it out. The competition I competed in was the USA Classic by the UK DFBA, and that's the federation. So I think it was 2 days just before I finished my holiday, like a Tuesday or Wednesday last week. It just basically gives like a little breakdown on the top 5 people. It also says about the other people that competed, and it just says also competed Nathan Collins, Chelmsford, blah blah blah, a couple other guys. Were all locked into a stiff battle for the final trophy spot, and we're so evenly matched that it could have gone to any one of them. So part of me, when I saw that, I was like, oh okay, I was happy to see that. I was like, okay, I narrowly missed out. But then about a few minutes later I was like, oh fuck, I don't know if I want to know that, because it made me even more gutted knowing that I was that close. Like from the outside you think that as a positive, but if you've actually experienced that, I was like, you know, it kind of make you kind of rethink and think, oh, you know, if I'd done this or done that, you know, I could have got the 5th place. But I didn't. It's overthinking, and I know that I gave everything, so I shouldn't really think like that. So but yeah, so that was the result. So I kind of came joint 6th, if that's the way you kind of want to look at it. So I'm really pleased. I now know what to do to progress and better my result next time. So I've now been back from holiday for 3 days. I went out a couple of nights ago with some friends that I hadn't seen from uni for a while, and just kind of enjoyed myself, had a few drinks. So I've just been relaxing and just kind of reassessing where I'm going to go next. So that's what I'm going to speak about next, and you know, where do I go from here? Like, what are my plans? So firstly, in terms of competing, am I going to compete again in the summer? No. I just need a lot more muscle tissue, and it'd just be a bit stupid if I was to compete again. I've experienced that now. Before actually competing, I'd never been to a bodybuilding show before in the past, which I perhaps should have done to see how the event gone. But I've experienced that. I've experienced prep. I know how it kind of works, what works for myself. So I've learned so much in these last 4 months. So I just think it'll be a little bit stupid to compete again, because I was quite far away from a top 3 place, and I know that. So if I'm competing, I'm just going to be competing for the fun of it, and might not get top 5 again. So personally, there's no point. Am I going to compete next year? The answer is no. 2 reasons: because I still don't even think, if I was to do what will be in now June, a year's off season, I can go a long way, but I don't see why I should rush it. So I'm going to give it 2 years. So I'm going to compete in 2020. Again, something might happen that might not allow me to compete or whatnot, but that is my plan, to compete in 2020. So I've spoken about this on my Instagram story quite a lot, and that's my plan. So that'll give me a 2-year off season, which I'm going to get very fat, I reckon. No, I'm just joking. It's going to be such a structured off season, in a very slow, lean bulk, because I've basically got, I don't know what show I'm going to compete in or anything like that, or whenabouts in the summer, but it's going to give me 24 months at the very least to just grow and just progressively overload every single week. And I feel like last off season I pushed it way too far. I was a lot less experienced, a lot less knowledge, where I was trying to just eat to grow, which is true, but I was taking so many calories down, which I didn't really need to have, which meant I put on way too much fat, which I shouldn't have done. So it's going to be structured, it's going to be slow, and it's going to be the best possible chance to do well in 2020. Also next summer, me and Carly have spoken about this for a while, that we want to travel, not necessarily, you know, going to Australia for 3 months and and doing whatnot, but just basically to enjoy so many different places. There's so many places that we want to go, like Cancun, Bali. We spoke about like Amsterdam and Rome and places like that for next summer, hopefully, he says. So yeah, 2020 is when I'm going to compete. So this is the book that's going to contain everything that I do until that point. Of course, unless I run out of pages and I have to get another book. But so today is Monday, the 25th of June. So I'm actually going to go on a 2-week mini cut. The reason for that is I haven't actually put much weight on since my competition. I weighed in just over 82 kilos on show day, and I think I'm now sort of 87 kilos. So I've only put on about 5 kilos, which seems a lot of weight, but you've got to think about all the water weight, the excess glycogen, the carbs that you've been taking in, and the fact that I've actually been on holiday for 8 days where I've been so inactive that I think 5 kilos in, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, not too bad at all. So I'm actually going to go on a 2-week mini cut, and that's going to consist of I'm going to do 400 calorie cardio, which can be the Stairmaster every single day. My macros are going to be 2,700, 200 grams of protein, 350 grams of carbohydrates and 60 fat. That's probably going to stay consistent for about 2 weeks. I might drop a little bit nearer the 2 weeks depending on kind of how my weight fluctuates, but I'm looking to lose about 5 pounds. And within this 2 weeks, this is where I'm going to start my new program. So even though I'm going on a kind of mini cut as such for just 2 weeks, which sounds quite stupid, but there's method in the madness. But this is where I'm going to start my new program, and even though I'm not quite bulking yet, I'm going to try out the exercises, see how it works, and if I need to make any adjustments before I start my bulk, it gives me 2 weeks to do so. So when I start my lean bulk in 2 weeks time today, the macros are going to probably stay the same to what they are now, and then I'm going to assess every single week in terms of where my weight is. Because it's a lean bulk, I don't want to go crazy, so I'm looking to kind of put on a kilo a month maybe. Again, that's going to perhaps stay consistent for a while, and then it's going to come to a point where it's going to be a bit of a standstill, and I have to reassess that, am I going based off my scale weight, or am I going based off what I'm doing at the gym in terms of weights, making sure form is consistent. So for the next kind of 4 to 5 months, a kilo a month would be perfect. So if I put on about 5 kilos in 5 months, then yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Maybe 6 kilos, a little bit more than that, but around that kind of number. So in terms of personal training and business, I'm really fortunate. My building's literally right across the road. It takes me like 45 seconds to get there. That's taken off, and that's exactly where I want to be at the moment. So I started working there when the gym opened in October. I'm now kind of, if you want to call it, like fully booked in terms of evenings and mornings of kind of where I want to be without going OTT, which I was sort of 3 months ago, and I had to kind of take a step back in, what is that, like 9 months. This is where I expect to be in a year's time, so I've actually exceeded my own expectations, so that's perfect, and I'm really thankful to how that's going. So my next step is online coaching, and I started doing this at the same time as being a personal trainer, and I realised that for me personally I couldn't balance the two, because at the time I had to put so much into my personal training that I didn't really have time to do online coaching, and it wasn't fair on my clients that I did have at the time. So I took a step back, and I was like, you know what, I just can't do this, because it's not fair on you. You're paying for a service that I couldn't fully commit on. I put all my time and effort into personal training, and then obviously I competed. So that was probably the best decision I made at the time. Some people, you know, they'd be like, oh yeah, I could have done both, or whatever, but that was my personal reason. So with that being said, I feel I'm now at the stage to push on with my online coaching business, which I'm super excited to do. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. So this is something that I've been working on for the last, good couple of months of getting it all ready. So once I came back from a holiday, which I have done now, I can really kick on and make results with some of my clients, that even if you're watching this and you want to work with myself, that we can really maximise your potential results that you're after. I come across so many different advanced lifters that, you know, they don't want that one-to-one coaching, but they need that program in place and that outside eye to change where it's necessary and to see like where to go forward. Super excited to start that. If you have any questions about online coaching, or if you did want to kind of work myself, then just send me a DM via Instagram at Nathan Collins with 2 N's at the end. So yeah. In terms of YouTube, where am I going to go next? I recently put up a poll on my Instagram a few weeks ago that I suggested doing like a YouTube series of 2020. As I said earlier, that's what I'm going to compete in, and do a video a week or every couple of weeks or something like that, just kind of update you of kind of where I'm at. Not just me sitting here talking like, oh yeah, so I did this today, but actually with like footage and talking you through the process. So if you were after like bulking and that's what you were doing at the same time, it just gives you that kind of bit of support, and you know, you can take things from the videos which I do that you can incorporate in yourself. I've actually ordered the MacBook Pro, and for some reason I thought it was going to get to me within like a couple of days. It's not getting here to like start of July, I think, so it's a good couple of weeks I've got to wait. So I've got kind of Final Cut Pro on there, so hopefully my YouTube game's going to step up, so I can really put loads of time and effort into that, as well as online coaching. So I'm going to kind of, that's my next kind of step as such. So as well as the YouTube 2020 series, I'm going to do other YouTube videos as well, just kind of random bits here and there, or if I go out for a day I might do like a vlog or something like that, or different things that perhaps are quite useful to your fitness journey, and you can take, like I said, you can take things here and there, and you can learn on the journey. Because when I used to watch people like, what I still do now, TM Cycles, Christian Guzman, all these different people, but I used to love watching, well, I keep saying in the past tense, but I love watching their videos because each person's different, and you take little bits from them and you put that into your training. So I learn from them guys, and if you can learn something from me, even like I know I chat a lot of shit, but even if you can pick up just one thing from my video and take that forward, then you know, that's exactly what I want. And yeah, and that's basically all I wanted to cover. So I'm just excited about the future, and the holiday that I went on was the most perfect, like 8 days, but at the same time as relaxing, kind of was thinking about it in the background. And it was amazing because me and Carly, we spent one day at the beach where we were just bouncing off like ideas and having someone to speak to, and you know, it wasn't even for that long a period, and she was making me think about all these different things that perhaps I can do for my business, which I'm super excited about. So I just can't wait to just keep going. And I know I've said this quite a few times, but you know, this time last year I was training to become a teacher, and now a year on, I've done everything that I've wanted to do until this point, and there's just so many reasons to be excited. And this is all that I've ever wanted, to be in a job where you wake up and you're just so excited to do work. And as silly as that sounds, but there's no such feeling of waking up and like, oh, like I don't want to like go to work today, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to go gym. Like the whole day I love, and that sounds really, really cringy, but I do, and it's the most perfect feeling. So just my one bit of advice would be, if you are watching this, then just do it. Because I used to be that person, like, oh no, I can't do this, or I can't do it, what about this? And to the extent that I still do kind of think like that, because you can't get carried away. But as a whole, if you want to do something, just do it, and yeah, and just be happy and enjoy your life. You don't know where it's going to take you. So on that note, I'm going to finish the video, because I don't know how long I've been talking for, like 20 minutes, but thanks so much for watching, guys. If there's a video you want me to do in the future, in the next few weeks, just let me know. If not, I'll see you in the next one.